Cinema has the power to move us, terrify us, and stay with us for the rest of our lives. Over more than a century, thousands of films have been made, but only a precious few have earned a place among the all-time greats. These are the movies that redefined what film could be, that critics and audiences return to again and again. Today we're counting down 10 of the greatest movies ever made. Picking a favorite is almost impossible, so stay until the end and let me know in the comments which film you'd crown number 1. Roll the tape. Starting our list at number 10 is one of the most ambitious achievements in film history, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Adapting a beloved fantasy epic that many believed could never be filmed, the project brought a sprawling world of heroes, monsters, and ancient kingdoms to vivid life. Shot over years with groundbreaking visual effects and breathtaking landscapes, it set a new standard for fantasy and adventure cinema. The final chapter swept the major awards, cementing its place in history. With its unforgettable characters, soaring score, and epic battles, the trilogy proved that blockbuster spectacle and genuine emotional depth could go hand in hand. It remains a towering benchmark for fantasy filmmaking. At number 9 is a dazzling crime saga, Goodfellas. Following the rise and fall of a young man drawn into the world of organized crime, the film is electric from its very first frame. With its restless camera, sharp editing, and a soundtrack that pulses through every scene, it makes the dangerous, seductive lifestyle feel thrillingly real. The performances are razor-sharp, capturing both the glamour and the brutal violence lurking just beneath the surface. Praised as one of the finest crime films ever made, its style and energy have influenced countless movies and television shows since. Fast, funny, and ruthlessly tense, Goodfellas is a masterclass in storytelling that grips you and never lets go. Number 8 is a film that expanded the very boundaries of cinema, 2001, A Space Odyssey. A bold and mysterious journey from the dawn of humanity to the far reaches of space. It dared to ask the biggest questions about our origins and our future. With its revolutionary special effects, made decades before modern computers, it created images of space travel so convincing they still hold up today. The film moves at its own hypnotic pace, trading easy explanations for awe, wonder, and mystery. Its haunting visuals and unforgettable score have inspired filmmakers ever since. More than just a movie, it's a profound and beautiful meditation on intelligence, evolution, and the unknown. At number 7 is a timeless classic from the golden age of Hollywood, Casablanca. Set against the backdrop of a world at war, it tells a bittersweet story of love, sacrifice, and doing the right thing in impossible times. Decades after its release, its romance still feels achingly real, and its most famous lines have become part of our shared language. The chemistry between its leads, the smoky atmosphere, and the perfect blend of drama and wit have kept audiences enchanted for generations. It is regularly named one of the greatest films ever made. Casablanca proves that a truly great story, beautifully told, never goes out of style. Number 6 is a profoundly moving and important film, Schindler's List. Telling the true story of one man who saved the lives of more than 1,000 people during one of history's darkest chapters, it is unflinching, heartbreaking, and ultimately deeply human. Shot largely in stark black and white, its powerful images linger in the memory long after the film ends. It is not an easy watch, but it is an essential one, honoring the victims while reminding us of the capacity for courage and compassion even in the worst of times. Widely regarded as a masterpiece, it stands as both a great work of cinema and a vital act of remembrance. At number 5 is the film that electrified independent cinema, Pulp Fiction. With its bold, non-linear storytelling, razor-sharp dialogue, and unforgettable characters, it felt like nothing audiences had seen before. Weaving together several interlocking stories, it jumps back and forth through time, rewarding viewers who pay attention with one of the most satisfying puzzles in movie history. Equal parts hilarious, shocking, and cool, it became an instant cultural phenomenon. Its influence can still be felt across film and television today, from its style to its structure. Endlessly quotable and impossibly stylish, Pulp Fiction reinvigorated a generation of filmmaking and remains a firm favorite among movie fans everywhere. Number 4 is the film often called the most influential ever made, Citizen Kane. Telling the story of a powerful media tycoon through the memories of those who knew him, it pioneered techniques in camera work, lighting, and storytelling that filmmakers still use today. Made by a young director given remarkable creative freedom, it broke nearly every rule of its time and rewrote the language of cinema in the process. Its famous opening mystery and stunning visuals have been studied and admired for generations. For decades, it topped lists of the greatest films of all time. Citizen Kane is more than a movie. It's a foundational work that helped shape the art form itself. At number 3 is the film that elevated the superhero genre into serious cinema, The Dark Knight. More crime epic than comic book adventure, it pits a masked hero against a terrifying agent of chaos in a gripping battle for the soul of a city. Anchored by a legendary, award-winning villain performance, it crackles with tension, moral complexity, and spectacular set pieces. It proved that blockbuster films could be intelligent, dark, and emotionally powerful, raising the bar for the entire genre. Praised by critics and adored by audiences, it became a cultural landmark. The Dark Knight didn't just make a great superhero movie, it made one of the great films of its decade. Just missing the top spot at number 2 is a true cinematic monument, The Godfather. Chronicling the saga of a powerful crime family and the reluctant son drawn into its world, it is a sweeping epic about loyalty, power, and the slow corruption of the soul. Every element, from its shadowy cinematography to its haunting score and unforgettable performances, is close to perfect. Its famous scenes and lines have become woven into popular culture across the world. Regularly named one of the greatest films of all time, it set a benchmark that few movies have ever approached. The Godfather is storytelling on the grandest scale, a masterpiece that only seems to grow in stature with each passing year. And finally, at number 1, a film that has quietly become one of the most beloved movies ever made, The Shawshank Redemption. Telling the story of a wrongly imprisoned man and the unlikely friendship he forms behind bars, it is a moving, hopeful tale about resilience, patience, and the human spirit. Though it was a modest success on release, audiences discovered it over time, and it climbed to the very top of fans' lists around the world. Its powerful message that hope can endure even in the darkest of circumstances resonates with viewers of every generation. Beautifully acted and deeply uplifting, Shawshank reminds us exactly why we fall in love with the movies. And that's our countdown of 10 of the greatest movies ever made. Of course, great cinema is deeply personal, and 100 more masterpieces could have made this list. Which film did I leave out that absolutely belongs here? Share your picks in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip through movie history, give the video a like, subscribe for more, and tell a fellow film lover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next showing.